in the race time. I'm not gonna start the race immediately, but I guess everyone can look at the rules now.
Do not start your file, but you can look at the rules.
No way Candy Boots knew this is what it was.
Wait, can I click on it now?
Yes, you can click on it now.
Okay.
Yep.
What?
So,
okay. Well, this was
any
definitely not what I
generic
thought.
questions.
Oh,
yeah,
that's not what I thought it was.
Please do not
Sorry.
ask a question that would reveal where one of the
words.
Do
I have to read the word out loud on stream? You don't have to, but you can if that's more fun.
Okay.
I want to be clear about what types of words don't count. If it's in a menu or overlaid on the screen, it does not count. So like pause menu, nothing in there counts. Like bonus barrels, like the Big Bug Bash title doesn't count. You know, the titles of Battlegrounds don't count. It has to be like something in the game world on the level geometry of some kind. And speech bubbles don't count. Like Brinkley talking to you, Squawk's talking to you, none of that counts, obviously. Otherwise, it's way too many words. The other thing that I think is a little tricky to understand is you don't have to get a perfect score if you find yourself stuck. Like, let's say you're trying to find the 5-letter words and you can't find one. Like, you can't find your 5th. You can forfeit that point and move on, start counting 6-letter words. But you can't go back. Once you start counting, 6-letter words, you cannot go back and fill out the remaining 5-letter words. So it's a sacrifice.
Oh, so you have to do your
time.
You have to do your 3 3s before your 4 4s and so on?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Oh,
that's interesting.
Keep that in mind, people, because someone's going to mess that up. 3 3s, then 4 4s, then 5 5s.
Yeah.
I have a question pertaining to that particularly.
Oh, sorry.
So, can I read, for example, 2 3-letter words and then be like, oh, I can't find a 3-letter word. Go read some 4-letter words. Find another 3-letter word. Erase my progress for the 4-letter words, read the 3-letter word, and then go back and read the 4-letter words.
Sure, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to erase, like, if you go backwards, you need to erase all progress.
And then redo all the 4-letter words over again.
Yeah, like you have to go back to those 4-letter words.
So words like
don't give any examples.
Words in, like mini games don't count?
Yeah, like text on the screen that is like just shows up as like an overlay does not count. So like Big Bug Bash do not count. Those words don't count.
Jungle Japes, Frantic Factory.
It has to be something that the actual character would see.
Yes, exactly. Good way of thinking about it, Mumbo.
Each word only counts once, so you can't like get a word and then find that same word somewhere else, or can you do that?
Even if the same word appears in different styles on different places, each word, unique word, or I should say unique spelling of a word is is what counts. And at the 1 hour mark, we will reveal a list of words that I found in the game, basically. For anyone who's like really lost, but there's a 1.5 hour time limit.
I guess speech bubbles would not count.
I don't know if this actually appears anywhere in the game, but do acronyms count for the number of letters there are in the acronym?
I'm gonna say yes. It's the number of letters in the acronym.
So DK would be 2.
Into that. DK would be 2, which of course doesn't matter because you're not looking for 2-letter words. But yeah.
Yeah.
I'm counting any continuous string of letters. The other quirk is words that have an apostrophe, and I am giving this as an example. Crankies, like cranky apostrophe S, you count the 7 letters, not the apostrophe. So it's 7 letters for that word. And there are some other words that have an apostrophe, so I just wanted to make that clear.
Any last questions?
I think that should cover everything.
Crankies count.
Okay, sounds like everyone's happy. Then I will start the race time, and you may begin your file when it counts down to 0, and please drop out of the call once the race starts. Good luck and have fun, everyone.
Thank you.
Boy.
Good luck.
Right.
please share screen.
Yep. Okay. Where's OBS? Oh, I've never had this many windows open before. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. We have begun. I will link the image for chat, actually. Thank you for reminding me. We have no game audio. Yeah, I'm going to turn on Zerulda's audio.
Right. So I don't know if you guys saw.
Oh, no, he's talking. I can't
challenge.
turn on his audio. Who doesn't talk? Maybe Bismuth. Okay, so what are they going to read? Did they read? Look, they're looking at the signs in the training grounds. I'm happy to see this. Look, way out.
You know someone's got DKs right at the very, very start.
DKs. Yes, DKs is 3 letters.
Lab is another thing you're going to want to grab, right?
Yeah, lab is another 3 letters. So 3 3-letter words is like the tutorial level. It's really straightforward. Yeah, I should have mentioned to everyone in case it wasn't obvious. Fill out the words you find in your copy of the spreadsheet.
Way out. Perfect. Well, Bismuth has for sure found
R
3.
and D.
Are those scores updating? Because I'm still seeing 1010, and I would have expected people to get more by now.
Let's see.
Oh, there we go.
I need to probably make sure that the windows are not minimized, or else OBS might not be picking up the latest information. Okay, so now none of the ones that are on our restream are minimized anymore. So Bismuth is already... Okay, let me read out some of the words that these people have found, because I can see what they've typed in. So Zerulda just put down lab. Didn't find the way out sign. Bismuth has got DK's, lab, way. So his 3s are done, and he got area.
Great.
So he's in his 4s. Adam hasn't written anything in his spreadsheet yet. Maybe he's just thinking about it while doing the training barrels. Corncob's got lab, way, out, and hasn't written down any 4s yet, but I imagine she will find area shortly. And T-Fresh has also found DK's, way, out, and area. So it looks like, you know, a couple runners on their first of the 4-letter words.
Adam leaving training grounds right away. I hope that doesn't come back to bite him if he doesn't actually have those 3 words already. We're interestingly seeing people wait quite a bit after looking at these words, and I don't know if it's because they're writing things down or they're thinking.
I imagine they're writing down the word in the spreadsheet. Like, I think Zerulda just now found area. Yep, he did.
Yeah.
So Zerulda is marked up to 4 as well. So, yeah. At this point, leaving training grounds, everyone should hopefully be at 4. I'm a little worried about Adam, who's not written down anything yet. Did you see if he just ignored the signs?
I don't know if he ignored the signs or not. I don't recall him looking at the signs, but at the very least, he definitely passed by lab. So this is such a weird challenge, because after the training grounds, where do you even go? What is your strategy here?
Right.
My thought, not having spent so much time on this, is go to factory, because I know there's a bunch of things written in factory.
This is true. I forgot to show the artwork to the chat. Yes, so this challenge is called Literacy. The artwork, of course, made by my wife, not even ashamed. It shows the Kongs in a school setting, you know, classroom. They're learning to read. That's the concept of the challenge. The Kongs are learning to read. You have to find words of varying lengths. And you have to start by reading 3 3-letter words, then 4 4-letter words, 5 5-letter words, so on. And then after reading 7 7-letter words, find and read 8 words that are 8 or more letters each. And the runners have an hour and a half to do this. we went through with the runners some clarifying questions. Hopefully everyone understands them. But if not, they can, ping us. So, yeah, this is an interesting challenge idea because it's totally unrelated to anything that anyone should be prepared for. I think a couple runners thought, based on our hint, that they might know what the challenge is. I think they confirmed afterwards that no, this is not what they were expecting.
Right.
Which is, yeah, I was expecting no one to see this challenge coming.
Factory map lobby for Zerulda.
Yes.
Not finding what he wants.
Well, there's kind of a grayed out word there that says, what does it say? The first one on the top. It's like a 4-letter word. I can't remember what it is. If it's test.
Was it
or
not
something.
lobby? Oh,
He's
test.
looking at box parts. That's a 5-letter word. So the thing is, you'll find words that are too long to count for you right now, but if you remember what they are,
this
you
way
can come
up.
back to it. Yeah, this in this way up is going to be Zerulda's next 4-letter word. Yep, and he's noted that. So Zerulda's still looking for 2 more 4-letter words.
Toys. I guess
Toys.
is the word.
Yes, toys with a Z. And the funny thing is, you can also find toys with an S. So I do count toys with a Z and toys with an S as 2 different words for this challenge. I did hint to that as long as the spelling is distinct, we'll count it. There are also made up words for this game like creme and stuff like that. So we see a couple runners going to the typical Aztec getting key 5 kind of start, but this is one of those few challenges where you don't need to free with the rest of the Kongs. There's no real reason that you can't do this with just DK.
I like the DK. I like Zerulda's strategy here.
Yeah,
Factory
Zerulda,
we know is a word-heavy place.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I should have clarified that the words inside of arcade and jetpack don't count. Menus inside of those mini games.
Yeah. Hopefully that doesn't come up.
Yeah.
But he might just be going there to see the side of the arcade or something. I have a word on it. Look at the doors. 3 letters. Yeah, this is after Factory. What is even? Oh wait, hold on. There's a thing here.
So
after Factory
has the most words. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Fungi I think has the second most. So.
And then what? Castle?
And then what?
Galleon?
Yeah, maybe Castle. Galleon doesn't have much actually.
Okay.
Caves has a few. And the shops all have something on them. So
right.
Those you can get anywhere.
Oh, keep track of these words. Coming back here in the late game would be great. But there's high for Zerulda.
Yeah, high. So Zerulda's done his 4 letters, so he's probably going to go back and get parts from those boxes. There's a couple boxes in this room that say parts, but also note how many words are on this on that power hut. Admittance is one of the few, 8+ words. Okay, he's got parts. So Zerulda's definitely taking the lead here just by going to Factory. And noting all of the different things that are written on these boxes. This is really a good strategy.
I agree.
I'm a little worried about Adam. Because he hasn't marked anything down yet.
Yeah, the worst case scenario is if you escape. I mean, even if you escape training grounds without your 3, there are a bunch of 3s elsewhere. For instance, Factory map.
Yeah, it's not hard to find your 3-letter words. It's just concerning if you don't realize that there are so many signs in the training grounds that have words that you want. Because you're gonna
Is there anything in the
come
training
back
grounds?
to the training grounds for the longer words. Training is a longer word. Actually, training is one of the. Oh, that. Wait, what said reject?
The one said danger, one said reject, where the boxes come out when the production room's on.
I thought they both said danger. Okay. Wait, Zerulda's marking 6 letters? Why isn't he doing more 5s?
Oh wait, yeah, why
has
is
one 5-letter? I think yeah, I don't know. He's gonna have to erase those if he wants to get all the points for the 5-letter words.
Yeah, I don't think.
Only having one 5-letter word and forfeiting 4 more points is not a good idea.
I feel like that was a mistake. He just lost track of.
He also put down another 4-letter word that doesn't count for anything, but okay. I really need to make sure no one's asking questions. No, I don't think so. And Adam is probably not even thinking about finding the words until after he just frees all the Kongs and stuff. or at least has all the levels available to him. You are gonna need to go to Castle for some of the longer words, I think.
Wow.
Like
for
Castle
T-Fresh
has,
here.
Castle isn't good for the short ones though. T-Fresh and Japes. There's not a lot to
T-Fresh
find.
is just like looking and looking. He doesn't have a sense of where the words might be, which is a scary thought.
Yeah, it was hard to come up with like a reasonable time limit for this challenge, because if you kind of know what you're doing, this is a really short challenge. Like you could complete it in like 45 minutes or less. But if you don't, like you could be looking around for like 2 hours and probably not be done. So to try to prevent that from happening, we're going to give the runners an hour to make as much progress as they can on their own, and then we're going to just reveal a list of words that we found that we know exist somewhere in the game. I'm not going to tell them where, of course, but that might jog our players' memories, and then they can go sort of clean up. And of course, like whoever, finishes all the words the first is the winner. I do worry that giving a half an hour of time at the end is maybe too much. Okay, let me talk to Adam.
Okay.
I can't really pull him in. He's confused. Hey, Adam. Hey, what question do you have for us?
Which word should I find?
Any word that's in the game that I said I need to be more specific. Any word that like the Kong could read in the game. So it has to be something like in the actual world geometry. So for example, if you find like a sign on a wall somewhere and it has a word on it, that would count.
Okay.
It should
not
be
in the tag barrel.
Not inside the tag barrel. No, that would be like a text overlay. So like any kind of menu or like text that just pops up over the screen is not part of this challenge. You need to find like text that are in the actual level geometry is the best way I could describe it.
Okay.
I mean, I gave an example, like Cranky's is a 7-letter word. Like if you think about Cranky's lab at the beginning of the game, that's got 2 words on it. That's an example. I don't think that's giving away too much.
Right.
Okay. Any other concerns, questions? And you got to go in order from shorter words to longer words.
Okay.
What else were you thinking? Obviously, I can't give you any hints beyond that about where the words are.
Sounds like that's it.
I'll try to do it as best as I can.
Yep, good luck.
You play the game a lot. I'm sure things will start jogging your memory.
Okay. Oh yeah, after 1 hour, we're gonna put the word list for people to, be able to sort of at least think of. Oh yeah, I know I've seen that word somewhere before.
All right.
But by then, you should have already made some progress.
All right.
Okay. See you later.
See ya.
Good luck. The idea of runner interviews in the middle of this isn't the dumbest idea.
Yeah.
I would be interested in hearing what people are thinking.
That's a cool idea. Yeah, we could like pull people in occasionally. Just like, even if they're not confused about the challenge. Whoa, Zerulda's up to 14 points. Okay,
Let's double check his list to make sure he's not skipping around.
He is skipping forward, but he hasn't like gone back and filled in, the earlier numbers.
That's a risky strategy.
It is.
Unless he's just keeping track. I mean, if it's possible that he's just keeping track.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah. That's what I would do. Is I'm going through this. I maybe wouldn't use the calculator for it because it defeats the purpose, but keeping track of this stuff is a smart idea, so that you know what to do when you come back.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what he's doing. I think he's just keeping track of all the words he's seen. So it sort of shows as if like he has more words found than he really does.
That makes sense. But, I mean, he still has all his 3s and 4s, right?
Yes, he does have all his 3s and 4s. He doesn't have more than 2 5s. He has parts in lobby. And actually, I'm not even sure if he got lobby. Well, it doesn't matter. Because
I saw him go back.
He'd have to basically redo all the 6s anyway if he's going to get more 5s. So.
Yeah,
I
did see him get
noted
lobby.
A couple of 6s. Oh, there's an accept. Where's accept? I didn't notice that one before.
Secret words? I mean, it's hard to find every little texture in this game. When you try to think of where there's words, it's difficult because there's not many obvious ones, but... Ooh, this one's interesting. Donkey. Does that small text say anything there?
Oh, which text?
On the Donkey Kong machine.
It says Donkey and Kong, so there's 2 words. I don't think there's
but there's like a little like green speech bubble below it that I don't know if it says anything on it.
It's not. If you can't clearly read it, it doesn't count.
Fair enough. No Google imaging what a Donkey Kong machine looks like. He's trying to get closer. Oh no.
There is actually a place where you can read the word Nintendo. It's inside of Candy's shop.
So I think this world is good with factory for now. I do like the idea of keeping track of everything. Assuming that's not a misunderstanding the rules, I think he is just researching, and that's really smart.
Yeah, I think it's just research. Yeah, exactly.
He did miss what we considered the hardest word in the game when he was in factory.
Oh, Corncob had an interesting question. Like, if the 8+ letters also need to be found in order of increasing length, or can you just do them all once you're done with the 7s? You can do them all once you're done with the 7s. You don't have to, like, find the 8 letters before the 9 letters, before the 10 letters, or anything like that. It's all one group.
Okay, Bismuth realized, okay, it's time to go to factory. That's a good call. Factory? No, sorry, not Bismuth. Adam.
Oh, Adam did. Yeah. Adam's gonna find a lot of words in factory, which is good. It'll get him out of the sort of being stuck at 0.
Bismuth going to Galleon. I wonder if he's thinking of something in particular, though, to go to Galleon of all levels.
So, there is a very interesting book in Galleon that I couldn't find anywhere else in the game. It's called Captain K. Rool's logbook or something like that. And it's inside of the sunken 5-door ship room with Lanky. I don't expect anyone to know that exists, but it does have a couple of unique words on it that you don't really find anywhere else.
And if anyone's gonna find it, it's gonna be Bismuth. To be honest.
Honestly, if Bismuth like goes right to the sunken ship and finds that book, I'm gonna be very happy because I did not expect. He's going there. No, which room is he going into? Yes, Lanky's. Does he know about this book?
Wow.
Captain Cable's logbook?
And he's beelining there as if like he knows that's the word I need. Rule. We know it's rules.
It's rules. So it's actually
so what is it used for?
Book. Yeah. Book. Yes, book is a 4-letter word. Will the fish help? Book. Yeah.
There you go.
Book.
Logbook.
Captain K. Rool's logbook. So he's.
I don't even think there is an apostrophe.
Okay, so that's Bismuth's second 4-letter word, I think. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, that's one of the harder words in the game. As for the hardest word in factory, we're not going to spoil it, I think, until a bit later, in case someone actually does find it.
So it turns out it's not unique in that location.
Oh, it's not?
It was reject,
okay.
Yeah. I didn't realize that the production room shoots also say reject on them. But it's too bad, because there's a really funny location for the word reject, which is like... Ooh, wait, hold on. T-Fresh is in the one spot of Japes that actually has a lot of text.
Yeah, this way up.
Mountain. You've got this way up. You've got dynamite. You got to remember that, because dynamite is not found in a lot of places, but it is found here, and that's a key 8-letter word. You've also got fragile, which is a nice 7, but you're gonna have to come back here when you're looking for 7s and 8s. A lot of this challenge, beyond knowing where the words are, is being able to actually optimize your routing once you've done the research and you kind of know where all the 7s and 8s are, because you want to be able to like finish one length of words and immediately go into the next one. So if there's a sign that says like danger or high voltage, you'd probably like to get there when like you only need one more 6-letter word for danger, and then like you can start your 7s with voltage.
Okay, Adam found way, so he's not at 0.
Okay.
He's still not filling out his chart, but he is not at 0.
And he was over at oh, that's Funky's. If he goes to Cranky's, then lab. I've already told him that Cranky's lab both count as words, so he shouldn't be stuck at 0. That's for sure. But yeah, he hasn't typed in anything yet into his tracker. I forgot to tell him that.
Yeah.
It should be obvious though. Like the whole point of the spreadsheet is to type in the words you find. But yeah.
Maybe just ping a reminder for everyone.
Yeah, I did earlier.
Oh, Zerolda dropped back down to 9.
Okay, so Zerolda has decided, basically, okay, I did enough. Candy Boots is asking about Nintendo in the title. Title of what? Not the title screen.
It has to be in adventure mode. I think would be a good way to say it.
Nothing outside of the adventure mode file counts.
I can't believe Bismuth beelined for that.
Me neither. It's not even like it's the most useful right now, because he just needs 4-letter words. Like, Factory is a lot better for them than just getting book. And you can find book also in other places, but... Okay, there's a couple of really nice 4-letter words right at the start of Factory that I don't expect a lot of people to know about. Oh, look, it's Zerolda. Oh, Adam,
Nice.
sorry. He found time and toys with an S, which is distinctly different than toys with a Z.
And sales, if that's
And
if
sales
he's onto that.
that's the only place that you can find sales. So he's not on to 5s yet, but actually he hasn't even finished his 3s, but he will very soon, I imagine. At least he knows that that sign is there. That's a very unique sign. Another unique sign in Factory is the dartboard, but you need Tiny to access that. The spinning wheel, the bad hit detection wheel, has like creme dart boards or something on it, like dart and boards, both being unique words that aren't anywhere else. Oh, Bismuth has Tiny. Oh yeah, he's unlocked some other Kongs. I think
freeing Lanky just to get into Factory.
Yeah, honestly, going to Castle just freeing Lanky and Tiny is not a bad idea. Okay, and Adam found toys with a Z also. So Adam already has like 4, or at least 3 letters.
And he just passed this.
Oh, okay. Wait, he wrote down toy. Right, toy from toy sales. So he has way, map, and toy for the 3s, and he has toys with a Z for the 4. So he started his 4s.
He's just about to look at this, or not. He literally just passed it.
There might be more boxes in Funky's room.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
There's a lot of boxes with text in Factory.
Bismuth phase walking with Lanky.
I mean,
get into
no harder
Factory.
than it's honestly
it's
not
no
really
harder,
harder,
but it's like if you have Lanky, just long jump.
I don't know, man. The long jump is kind of annoying.
It is kind of annoying. It's actually very annoying.
Actually, that was like the most annoying thing about doing this challenge was how many times you had to keep re-entering Factory as you're going up through the word lengths. Because you can't just like complete the entire challenge in Factory. Like, it's got a lot of good words, but you do have to go around to some other places to find some unique words just to finish out the list. Okay, Bismuth made it back into Factory, or I think he's into Factory the first time. Oh yeah, I was gonna mention, Factory has some interesting words right near the first room, like where the hatch opening switch is. There's like a punch card there. And there's the word creme and the word card on that first table. So if Bismuth needs more 4 letters, he can get them there. Does he need more 4 letters? Yes, he does. He's looking for 3 more 4-letter words, and he can find a couple if he just goes over to that clock and the punch card. He's going. Is he gonna see it, or is he gonna just ignore that entire trove of information? You know who hasn't ignored it is Adam. Look at the top left. He found creme.
Yep.
And if he looks down, you find card. Look at that. Card.
He sees it. He sees it. He sees it.
He sees it. Adam now up to 6 at least. 6 words overall. Unfortunately for Bismuth, he just went right past that. Didn't find it.
But should be good in this room. He's got toys.
He's got
parts
toys, yeah. That's true. So Bismuth at least up to 6 once he updates his spreadsheet.
Zerulda in Castle. What's a 5er in Castle?
A 5 in Castle? You know, Zerulda hasn't freed his other Kongs yet, so I think he might just be here for that. Because Castle's got, like, good, unique 7 and 8 letter words. It's got also a unique 6. It's got Museum, Library, and Ballroom, which are a 6, a 7, and an 8. And it doesn't have a whole lot besides those, and, of course, the shop labels that are everywhere. 5s? What 5s I think are like the first sort of word length where it gets a little tricky. I can read from my list. Oh, Obio asked, is DEPT period 5? No, it's 4.
No.
Only count the letters for words with I guess other symbols in them. That's interesting, though, that he found department, an abbreviation of department. Where is that even?
It's gotta be factory? Maybe?
Must be. I mean, I figured there were going to be some words that I didn't find that someone is going to find while doing this challenge. So I can't guarantee, like, the word list that we put out is complete. Okay, Bismuth found this sign with the toy sales. So he's got sales. And
toys and time.
He's done his 4s already, but yeah.
So he's on his 5s. Zerulda's on his 5s.
Let me double check where Zerulda's at, actually. Yeah, Zerulda's on his 5s, yeah, pretty much. Actually, I think they're both tied. Yeah, at 9 overall.
Adam at 6, so Adam still on 4s.
Yeah, he's almost done his 4s. And T-Fresh sort of halfway through the 4s.
Is T-Fresh going for a Kong?
You know, I mean, these letters appear separately from each other, so I wouldn't count them as a word.
They do appear. Don't they glow above tiny?
Oh yeah, they do. I guess I'll count it as a 4-letter word. Yeah, sure. I'll count that as Kong.
You can free tiny while you're here.
There are other places where you can find the word Kong, like on the arcade cabinet. But yeah. This is a very clever one from T-Fresh. Yeah, Kong.
Nice.
Tiny's cage. Cool, cool.
That's like it for Aztec, right? What else is there in Aztec?
Yeah, Aztec has like nothing good, honestly. Like, I think when I was trying this challenge, I thought about it for a little bit, and I walked around a little bit in Aztec, but I couldn't find anything good. Oh, that was the first one Eekstatic got it. Cool, cool.
Well, I mean, to be fair, when you're thinking of spelling in DK64, the first thing you think of is Okong. Or G-Kong.
Yeah, true. Oh, is Adam going into the sunken ship?
Gosh.
How does Bismuth and Adam both know about this book? This was like one of those things I was like, oh my god, this exists? They know about it. Both of them.
Bestseller.
He's beelining to it. It's a bestseller, yeah. So, it's funny, the book I knew about was the Monkey Book of Science by M. Nuts.
That one's all over the place.
That one is all over the place, but this one is only here.
Book. Yeah, Adam, I'll count that. Close enough.
Yeah, but is Adam? Yeah, he's still on his 4s, so.
Well, but that's still. It's more important to make progress, to be honest.
It's way more important to just, like, find words, even if they're longer than what you can count at the moment. Because you can always come back to that later when you need your 7. T-Fresh is going deeper into Aztec. Is T-Fresh the only runner we've seen on the restream that hasn't yet gone into Factory?
I believe so.
Yeah.
He went to Japes.
He
like,
did.
Pretty
he
quickly.
Found that Diddy Mountain area. which got some nice long words, but yeah, not a lot to get past the sort of 3 and 4s stage. Factory is definitely the best best world for the 4-letter words. It's got a lot of them. I mean, it's best world for like almost every word, but it's like.
So how many
really
fives?
How many fives?
How many fives did you find?
Let me check my list again. So 5s. I think I found close to 10.
Okay.
Let me look up the list, because I'm gonna have to copy that into Discord later. I found, yeah, 10 5s. We got, in alphabetical order, alert, candy, flower, horde, items, lobby, and then let me see here. We got parts, K rules, like with an apostrophe, sales, and winch. Those are the 5-letter words.
Winch.
Yeah. I think
if someone gets winch, I am gonna be shocked.
No one will get alert. That's inside the mechfish.
Zerulda, look at Zerulda.
Zerulda knows Captain Carroll's logbook.
Okay. This is just a very famous book. I thought the Kong Book of Science was like the top prize.
Same.
But everyone knows.
Everyone knows about Captain Carroll's logbook, dude. It's like some lore that I didn't think people knew about at all.
I didn't know about it. I'll be honest there. So all these learners are smarter than I am.
I didn't know about it until I started like researching for this challenge.
No, you're supposed to have the stream muted. If anyone is listening, please. If you're in the race and you're listening, please mute.
Yeah, you can't use any words that we've mentioned if you are listening.
Yeah, like that's like turn off the stream. This commentary is not for you until you watch it back. Otherwise, you're gonna be super spoiled.
Adam going into checking a battle crown. I did wonder if there was any text on the floor of the battle crown or on the walls of the battle crown. There isn't, unfortunately.
Did he just aerial attack? Don't tell me he's trying to go to Japes. He just jumped, aerial attacked, and then paused exited. Is he actually doing crown warp?
That's very interesting. Oh, maybe he wants to be able to get a better look at
words
inside of Cranky's lab. Because does this give you control in Cranky's?
It does give you control in Cranky's lab.
Oh my god!
What a crazy strategy!
Wait, does it work if you have moves to buy though?
I don't know if it works if you have moves to buy.
But he got the crown warp like really quickly.
I didn't know that was RTA viable, to be honest, to be done consistently.
I mean, I don't really see why it shouldn't be possible, but it's just one of those things that like no one. I wouldn't expect anyone to have a good setup for it. That's all.
Yeah, it's kind of tricky, and it looks like you soft lock. No, it looks like a soft lock, but then it resolves itself.
Wow, I'm so interested in this. So Adam is basically using his control. Are there different types of books here, or is it just more copies of Book of Monkey Science?
It's just Book of Monkey Science, I believe.
Okay, I mean it still gets in book. Oh, did he already find book?
He did already because of the logbook.
He also found the logbook, right? I wonder if there are any other unique words. Nah, you got monkey.
I mean nuts.
Science. Nuts. Right, nuts. I don't know if he counted that. Let me check his tracker. I don't think I didn't see it very clearly. Oh, you know what? He doesn't need 4 letters anymore. Adam's done with the 4 letters. He's looking for the 5s now.
And now he's in Japes. I cannot believe that was a strategy done.
Into Japes from Galleon's crown. That was really cool. Thank you, Adam, for showing that off.
My mind's going to stay blown. Bismuth goes back to the training grounds, which is a good move.
Yeah.
Because he knows there are words here.
Yes, horde. Horde is a 5-letter word you're not going to find anywhere else. He found it, and he's leaving training grounds. You're going to want to come back for training grounds when you get to the 7s and longer, for sure.
3, 4, 5. He should be at his 6s now, right?
Let me check. Bismuth? Yes, Bismuth found parts, sales, lobby, horde, and rules from the Galleon book. So Bismuth is now... Actually, he counted banana from the banana horde as well. So really good routing from Bismuth to get Horde and Banana in the same training grounds visit. So Bismuth is in the lead on stream anyway, in his 6s. I can actually check everyone's progress, which is great because I have all the.
Zerulda, no.
So Zerulda, oh no, Mumbo Token. Does Mumbo Token actually have as many as he's written down, or is he just
Monkey?
Okay,
nuts.
Mumbo Token has written down 19 words. He is starting his 7s.
Wow.
This is the challenge. I had no idea who would be, you know, the favorite to win. Okay. Okay, yeah. So, Cynthia's been actually rooting for Mumbo pretty much the whole tournament. She's watching his stream. So, Mumbo's actually found that many words in order. Holy cow.
Crazy.
Mumbo got DK's, Lab, Way, and then he got Area, Creme, Toys with a Z, and Room. Then he got Parts, Candy, Funky. Wait, Funky? Where do you find Candy and Funky?
Where do you find Funky?
I didn't have Funky on my list.
Is it inside his shop somewhere?
I mean, not that I'm aware of.
I feel like you wouldn't just write down Funky.
Yeah, I'm gonna DM him. Just curious about this.
Funky on a missile inside Funky's. Wow.
Oh, on a missile. Okay. I didn't know about that.
Okay.
Interesting. So I guess you can see it while you're like buying stuff in the shop. Interesting. I noticed that there was a word on the missile, but I couldn't make out what it was, but I thought it was like obscured. It's a weird font. Oh, okay. I'll count it. I'll allow it.
Yeah.
I don't really have a good reason not to. It's a funky piece
All
of
these
trivia.
secret words. Yeah.
Okay,
Start adding
anyways.
words to your list.
So
that you
after
post.
Funky, Sales and Lobby, it rounded out Mumbo's 5s. For the 6s, he got Danger, Donkey, Armory, Museum. I'm happy to see that he got Museum. Snides and Banana. And he's also got Cranky's, Factory, and Voltage as 3 of the 7s. Now, one thing that's nice about this challenge is that it kind of naturally gets harder as you go to the longer words. So, like, while there's many 3- and 4-letter words, there's only 10 5-letter words, and you need to find half of them. Well, actually, it turns out there's more, right? Because Funky was apparently an option. I'm going to add that into my list. For the 6-letter words, there's about 10 as well. But for the 7 letters, there's only 8 that I could find. So you got to find 7 of the 8 7-letter words. And then for the 8-letter words, or 8 or longer, I think there's only like 8 or 9 of them. So, yeah, it's going to be quite hard for people to get a perfect score here. And when we reveal the word list, we're not giving any of the 8+. We're only going to give up to the 7s. Because I don't want to make it too trivial for everyone to like get a perfect score.
Yep. Zerulda, interestingly enough, is still at 9.
Yeah.
And that's a real problem. He got up
Aztec.
a really big early lead.
Oh no, he's on the left, sorry. That's T-Fresh and Aztec.
Yeah, he went to caves. Funny story, when he was in caves, he upped to look at the books in the DK's room with the falling floors, and the floor fell out from underneath him. So that was enjoyable.
Candy Boots asked me, do you know if the missile inside Funky store says Funky? I'm saying it does, because we counted it for Mumbo.
Yes.
Yeah. And Corn just wanted to make sure that she can count Crankies. Okay, so I never finished looking through everyone's progress. Corncob has also made it to the 7s now. Oh, and she routed her Monkey Book of Science properly. Her last 6 was Monkey, and her first 7 was Science. Beautiful.
Nice.
Corncob also found Flower, which I don't recall if Mumbo had done that. No, he didn't.
Adam might find it right now.
Oh yeah, there's a flower bag in here. Come on, Adam. Flower. It's next to...
Flower.
No, don't go in. Don't go in the level yet. Flower on the bag. Yes.
There you go.
He's got a 5-letter word now. Or at least a few of them. Okay, Candy found a box that said dynamite. Not that he's up to the 8s yet, but just preparation. Obio is almost done with his 6s. A lot of our runners basically between ending 6 and starting 7s. Although a few runners, you know, notably behind, like Adam's still on the 5s, T-Fresh still on the 5s. Actually, Zerulda's still on the 5s as well, as you'd pointed out. Like he kind of hasn't.
Oh, he just filled in 2 more.
Okay, he's up to. He just put in rules and funky. Yeah, so basically he saw Funky on the missile inside the shop. But yeah, it looks like Mumbo Token is still in the lead. And Mumbo Token is actually cruising through these 7s. Because at this point, you've probably like gone around the levels enough to the point where, you know, you have seen long words. And you just got to go back to them. So he's got Cranky's, Factory, Voltage, Fragile, and Testing. Wait, yeah, Testing is 7 letters, yeah. I was thinking of Training, which is an 8 letter, but yeah. So Mumbo only needs 2 more 7-letter words. He's not going to get any, you know, benefit out of the word list. It's only going to help his opponents catch up. But yeah, Mumbo's doing really well. Okay, Bismuth counting Snides.
Snides, yeah, from Bismuth.
6. Good, good. That's his last 6. Bismuth starts the 7s now. So where does he go for his 7s? He must remember Voltage, right?
Yeah.
So he's probably going to head to Voltage. He's probably going to look for Fragile again as well. Those are both...
Probably going to Testing?
Oh, Testing. Yeah, Testing's another good 7. That sign on the wall that you see all around Factory's level, that green sign, is very useful. It has a lot of words on it. Yep, Testing. There you go. It also, keep in mind that Production is written there, so you're going to want to come back for Production later. And then Fragile should be on one of these boxes for Bismuth. Okay, Zerulda's going to Factory. But he was in Factory, like, in the beginning, so this isn't necessarily anything new
that
for
worries
him.
me.
Okay, let me think a little bit about where Zerulda's at. He's looking for his last 5. He hasn't yet found Flower, because he hasn't gone up to Fungi yet at all. And let me think if there are any other 5s in Factory that he could get. His 5s are Parts, Lobby,
Did he get
Rules,
Sales?
and Funky. He did not get Sales, no. And did he find that sign?
I don't think he did.
I don't think Zerulda found the sign in the R&D room that has toy sales listed.
I would like to think it's a somewhat iconic sign, so maybe he'll think of it.
I don't think it's super obvious.
Oh, are we getting a winch? We're not getting a winch.
A winch?
Okay.
Maybe.
I see Adam up here.
You can find winch in Diddy's attic.
Okay.
But Lanky, I don't think has anything other than the flower, and unless there's like dynamite in here, I don't see why there would be though.
Who knows?
I did remember finding like dynamite in a weird place though. Not that he's on the long words anyway. Nice Lanky clip to get in here. Yeah, there's just a lot more flower bags here, so he's gonna have to find a different word. There's a this way up, but he's already past those. Yeah, no, nothing for him here. He's gonna have to go to Diddy's attic if he wants to find winch. That'd be fun if someone gets winch.
Yep.
Oh, Zerulda's in
no.
candies now.
T-Fresh got zingered off the
Oh no, that's
at
a
the
bummer.
factory.
Oh, T-Fresh actually turned in key 2. I didn't even realize that.
Turned in key 2.
That I don't know where that fits into his plans, but
Did he think he was getting key 5? Probably not.
I doubt.
It's probably just been so long since he's played the game that he just doesn't recall factor early. Or it's just harder on VC because you don't have the lag to clip into the box. Oh.
Candy Bits has an interesting question for me. Can we keep going with 8+? Like, if you find more than 8?
You can, but you'll get your final score is the time.
Yeah, I won't count additional points.
But your final score is the time, so you won't tie.
8 of those. On the last one, you finish your timer. Yeah.
Okay, Adam going to caves. Is there a good 5 in caves?
Yeah. I guess does Monkey Book of Science have anything in caves?
Monkey Book of... Other than Monkey Book of Science, what's in caves?
That's a good point.
TNT. Like, but that's not useful here. Yeah, I think he's just searching, which is fair.
Let me
like,
check my list of 5s again, see if any of them are in caves.
Just looking around is a
no.
completely reasonable strategy in a race like this.
No, yeah,
you're not
actually,
expected
caves
to
doesn't
know
have
everything.
anything of 5s. Yeah, actually, caves is not that useful here. Like, the only word that it has that's kind of nice is the Monkey Book of Science. And you can find those in some other places, like in Cranky's lab, if you're crazy enough to do the crown warp instead.
Can't believe that was done.
Me neither. Not for this challenge, you know. I could see it being done in a challenge where it's useful, but not like just to go to Cranky. Well, I guess it was useful technically, but it didn't.
Sure.
It didn't really lead to any unique words, unfortunately.
Baboon Blast? Is he looking for... What is it? Oh, don't tell me he's turning on Production Room, maybe? Or turning on DK Arcade?
So, funny thing about that, you do actually need or want to get Gorilla Grab for this. Bismuth wants to know if we can delete our file. What do you think about that? Like, and keep the progress that they had in the words?
Yeah, I would say no, but I also, if you say yes, I don't care.
I think no.
No. What would be the reasoning behind that? Is it something in the intro story?
No, it's if he's already activated the production room, that's like a cutscene that you can only watch once, and that has a couple of 8-letter words.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so unfortunately, if you, like, turn on the production room too early, you can lock yourself out of, starting. The word starting only appears there. I don't think it, you know, forces you to not get a perfect score, though, because there are still enough other 8+ words, but it definitely makes things a lot tougher for you.
Storage. Zerulda's rocketed back up. He was like well behind Bismuth when he was at 9. Now he's already at 20.
True. Yeah, you can like get a lot of words very quickly if you are knowing where to go back to. I'm gonna take a look at Mumbo's progress as well. Just curious. Mumbo's at 25. It's funny. Last challenge. Also was like Mumbo and Bismuth sort of racing for the finish. Might be the same 2 runners placing at the top.
What about
this week?
Corncob?
Oh yeah, Corncob was doing well too. Let me check. Ooh, actually Corncob's in the lead. She's started the 8s with Admittance as her first 8. So she's at 26 points. And she has not missed a point yet.
Okay,
so heading for a perfect score and in the lead.
When do you think people should move on to the 8s after the 7? Do you think they should ever do that, or should they just...
They should get all the 7s. The only category of words that I could see people moving on from is the 5s, because they're, like, kind of the toughest to think of. The 7, I guess the 7s are pretty tough, too. I think, in terms of if you're stuck on 7s and you want to start counting the 8+, I mean, first of all, you might as well just wait for the 1 hour mark and see the word list. But yeah, I would just wait until like the time for the challenge is running low.
So we still got 10 minutes till the hour mark, which is great. I do want to see people looking around a bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing is, like, I was able to finish this challenge in under an hour, although I did research, so like, it doesn't really compare. This is one of those challenges where, like, knowing what the challenge is before you play test it, it's really hard to, like, get an accurate idea of how well people are going to do or how long it'll take. Ooh, we see Library from Bismuth, and he is on his 7s, so that does count. Cool. I don't know if he's almost done his 7s. Can he get Ballroom too? Maybe he can. Let me double check his
sheet. Do math. 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Bismuth's counted Library and Ballroom in one castle trip, which is very good. Like, you do not want to have to keep going back into castle multiple times for one word each.
Sure.
Okay, I got another question from Candy Boots. Wait, what?
T-Fresh thinking at Trombone Tremor?
Me. Did Candy Boots finish in race time? He did. But...
Oh.
But he finished with an imperfect score. I didn't realize that. Let me check Candy Boots' progresses. Wow, how did I not notice Candy Boots has, like, everything done?
Wait, he's done?
Yes.
Like done?
Like done, except he didn't get all the 5s. So he skipped ahead on 5, but he's actually done.
I would tell him, like, we'll keep that as your time, but go back and try to get 5s. And then get all your 6s and 7s and 8s again. Right?
Yeah.
How many 5s did he miss?
2. So
2.
He's had a score of 31, missed out on 2.
So his 31 will beat all other 31s because he got to 31 first.
Yeah.
But if anyone gets a 32 or 33, they'll beat him unless he goes back and starts getting...
I think he has enough time to go back and everything. I just don't know if he has enough time to do that before anyone else also gets a perfect score. Like, I could see...
Yeah, but there's nothing better for him to do at this point.
No, of course he should do it. He should spend the time doing it. Yeah, I'll say his time will stay, but he still has a chance to go back without any penalty. So, at worst, Candy Boots is getting a 31 faster than anyone else.
That said, I expect multiple people to get 32s and 33s.
Yeah.
So,
Corn
I don't think that will
Cob
stand
is on pace for 33 if she finds everything. Bismuth is on pace for 33 too, and he's just got... He found Ballroom Training and Lighthouse. He's now in the lead with 28. Unless Mumbo Token has more. No, Mumbo Token hasn't yet started the 8s. He kind of got stuck after finishing the 7s. But maybe he knows where he's going back to. He might be typing in one now, actually. This is so fun to see, like, all the spreadsheets filling up. Adam is still on T-Fresh. Adam was on his last 5 and he still hasn't found it, which is kind of rough. So Roll is looking for more 7s. He found Fragile, Cranky's Voltage, Factory, and Storage, but he doesn't have Captain. Does the Ruler remember to go back and read Captain for his missing 7s? So how would that count? Basically, Candy Boots already locked in at the score of 31, but highest score matters first before best time. Oh, Mumbo has a bunch of words that he already knows where they are. He's looking for the last 2 8-letter words before going to read them. That's a good strategy, you know, if you want to get a perfect score. But he can, in the meantime, you know, finish up his 7s. Oh no, he already did finish up his 7s. He can start counting his 8-letter words, 8 and longer letter, as soon as he finds them. If he's already
I would still go back and try to get them, like, right away, instead of trying to look for the last 2.
I hope he doesn't think that he has to read every word in ascending length. Because someone asked about that earlier.
I think the reasoning behind it is just like, I'm going to keep on my exploratory mode before I do my backtracking mode.
Yeah.
But I also don't agree
but he's
with
already
that,
on his 8s, so he should just count anything that he finds.
Yeah. the reason you want to go, I think you want to go back and get things you know where they are, even when you're still trying to find some, is because it gives you time to think. And you might just like epiphany, like, oh yeah, there's a place called the Lighthouse or whatever.
Yeah, I think for sure that Mumbo probably might have thought about that based on the comment. I'm pinging everyone. For the 8+ words, you don't need to read those in ascending length. They just have to be after all your 7-letter words. Because I noticed he put down ballroom and then like dynamite, which are both 8 letters exactly. I don't know if that's a coincidence or if like he specifically, I don't know, like chose not to count admittance or something.
It's not that crazy to go Castle Japes.
No, actually it makes sense because his last 7 was library, so it makes sense that ballroom would have been his first 8. All right, Bismuth. I'm gonna pay attention to Bismuth because he only needs 2 more words. He just noted down admittance. He has ballroom, training, lighthouse, production, Nintendo, admittance. 2 left. Could Bismuth be our overall winner here with a perfect score? First to finish with a perfect score. Or is Corncob? Corncob still needs 5 more 8 letters. So Bismuth is in the lead here.
If Bismuth finds 1 more word, then he automatically takes the lead. Right now, technically the lead is by Candy Boots.
True. Yes. And Candy Boots is trying to now go back and finish his 5s. But he hasn't actually made any progress in the 5s since he DM'd me. This is such a weird challenge to commentate.
Yes, it is.
Usually we're talking about like strategies and routing, and this is just like, are they gonna find them? What are they gonna find? Where are the words?
Yeah. The pedagogy for this literacy challenge is kind of not there.
I'm still happy we're doing this challenge. I was like super excited for this one just because I don't think anyone would have seen it coming.
Guarantee you, 2 people think this is like amazing, like one of the best challenges. 2 people, this is the worst challenge.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a polarizing challenge for sure.
Very much so.
Like for Adam,
I was polarized going into this. I didn't know if this would be awful or fantastic, and so far this has been pretty good.
I think it's fun.
I was worried people were going to get stuck on 5s for forever.
Well, yeah, I mean, Candy Boots did go past 5s. Actually, Adam has been persistently trying to finish his 5s, but has chosen not to skip past it. But he's been stuck with 1 remaining 5 for like a long time. So I should maybe remind him that you can. Well, it doesn't matter. 2.5 minutes until, or only about 2 minutes until we reveal the word list anyway, and then Adam can start, making his progress up from the 5s.
Really, I think when we move into phase 2, everyone's going to catch up to at least through the 7s, hopefully. And by that point, it's just who has found enough 8s on the way here that they remember. Because the 8s are not going to be revealed when we reveal the word list.
How's Bismuth doing? Is he done? Almost? He's going in! Wait, does all he need is starting and testing? Let me check.
Oh.
This could be it. This is it. He's done. He's finished on race time. He got checking. Checking is the other one. Checking, starting. Here we go. Online checking, starting. And he's done right there at 58 something. 37. Congrats, Bismuth.
Awesome. Sub 1 hour.
Sub 1, all words. Morning, Bismuth. Congrats, dude.
Congratulations.
Sub 1. You beat out the hint for the word list with a perfect score. Awesome, dude.
Okay, a question about your route. What compelled you, almost right off the bat, to beeline to Galleon to find the captain's log?
So here's the thing.
People know about that book.
I thought the captain log was cabin, with an
apostrophe.
So I was like, I'll just knock out 2 4-letter words right off the bat. And then I realized it's captain. So that was a really poor decision. And especially given that I knew factory was the play, but I still underestimated just how many words there are in Factory to find.
Factory really does have a ton of words. All right, I
So,
have to paste
be ready.
yeah, I'm about to paste the word list. Okay, I'll just do it now.
So
I'm also
we have
really sad I skipped on Crankies. I had it on my list. I just wasn't working. I wasn't marking off the words. Ooh, interesting.
And this might not be a full word list, but it's all the ones that I found in advance. I think the 5 letters are the hard. No hint for 8s. Sorry. Can't make it too easy.
So, yeah, I had a word list that I was building up, and I wasn't marking them off, so I just lost Crankies in the middle of the others, and I never went back to Cranky's lab for 7. So I could have skipped out on Monkey Book of Science and avoided the trip to caves.
I see. But I liked that you routed your like transitions from word length upward really well. Like you did I think horde into banana, and you did museum into library, I think.
I actually
Or no, it was
didn't do
library
Horde
into
into
ballroom.
Banana.
You didn't?
Yeah.
I thought you did.
No, I went to Training Grounds before Galleon, and then I went right back to
Oh.
Training Grounds for Banana.
Oh,
I might have been thinking of someone else.
no, we only saw the second Training Grounds visit, so we didn't realize he'd already been there.
I'm gonna swap out, since Bismuth's done, to I guess Corn Cob, who's pretty close. And also like Mumbo's pretty close. Mumbo's been close for some time, but like has just struggled to find the 8 pluses. He was actually in the lead for some time. It was like really impressive. So what did you think about this challenge? I feel like it's pretty polarizing, perhaps.
I really liked it. I thought it was really creative, and it was a fun little hunt.
Cool.
I also thought I feel like it tested my knowledge of the game, which I think like I had a pretty good advantage, but I also made weird decisions because I was like, oh, I know Monkey Book of Science. I know Captain Kirbo's Notebook. It's gonna help me. But it turned out to kind of lead me astray from the fastest route.
Well, it didn't seem to stop you from winning, at least, which is cool to see. Now, it's funny, Candy Boots actually had, done with a 48-minute time, but he skipped 2 5-letter words. So he only has a score of 31 there. He's going back now, trying to rack up all the 6 and up letters now. Actually, did he finish his 5s? I don't think so. Oh, he has a question. He wants to join the call, so yeah, sure. Because he has a question.
I think he's in a good spot.
Hey, Candy, what's your question?
So is what is determining like first, second, third, and all that? Is that just the points?
Perfect
score first,
comes
time
first,
second.
then time. Yeah. So if you can get a perfect score before an hour and a half, you're gonna want to do that.
Okay.
So you got to go back and finish your 5s, and then do all the 6s, 7s, and 8s over again.
Right. All right. That I think. So yeah. So I
do it.
Yeah. So I just need to get all the points, and then I will be okay.
And then you'll take second place if no one else has finished by then. But there might be other people. So.
Alternatively, your 31 may end up being good enough for
your
second
31
place.
still beats anybody who doesn't get up to 31, obviously.
All right.
Good luck.
That's all I needed. Thank you.
Okay, good luck.
I will leave as soon as my hands are free. I'm sorry.
No
We'll
problem. I'll just move you out, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Right,
yeah,
so
we were thinking about doing more runner interviews during the course of this. I think it would have been a good idea.
We could maybe try that for the next challenge. When
we kind of Zern, do you know why I asked you about deleting the file?
I thought maybe you had already like ruined your chances of starting the production room, but no, you actually saved it for last.
Mm-hmm.
But that was the reason.
Were you just going to scout it for like 7-letter words, and that's why you were asking about it?
No, I was asking for the ability to be able to see the word workshop in Funky's Armory.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, that word you can only see the very first time you visit Funky. So I didn't really think anyone would get it as part of their 8 pluses.
Yeah, I didn't. I completely forgot about that word's existence, but I saw it when I entered Funky for the first time. I was like, oh, making note of that for later.
Yeah,
But then I
all the
realized
other
when I
cutscenes don't
revisited, you
show
can
it.
never see it.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. Okay, Zerold is getting close. He's got 28. Adam's got 26. Adam did skip one of the 5s, though, so he's not on pace for perfect. And Corncob has 31, just needs 2 more, and she did already get checking and starting. I thought checking starting was going to be, like, some of the hardest words for people to find, to be honest. It doesn't surprise me that's, like, the ones you finished with. Wait, Corncob is doing TBS and Isles? What?
I did think about Power Shed earlier in the route, and so I was like, there's a bunch of words there. What exactly they are, I don't quite remember, so I loaded up my 101 speedrun and I was watching it to see it without having to actually watch the cutscene.
That's really smart, dude.
Genius.
Okay, wait, Corncob's got a question. Corncob hasn't figured out if this is written somewhere, but would Blastomatic be 11 letters? It would be 11 if you can find it. Which counts.
Good luck.
For the A pluses. Well, it would count.
It does exist, right?
No, I never found Blastomatic.
Unless it's during like a cutscene, like maybe this was another time where you wanted to have story skip on or off.
I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend like I found every word that exists in the game. I found enough that confirmed that the challenge was completable, you know, and a few more just to see, you know, as many as I could find while not only while playtesting the challenge but going around afterwards and researching more.
Yeah, the 5s and the 8s seem to be the big sticking point. A lot of people struggle on the 5s.
Yeah,
and
5s are tough. A lot of them are like in one location only and really out of the way. Like, I don't know, Bismuth, if I asked you, where does alert appear in the game? Would you know?
Would that be... Yes. That's in the winch room in Fungi.
No, but the word winch is there.
Okay, in that case, it's the... Oh, is it the mechfish?
Yes, it is inside the mechfish.
Wow.
Do you know the other word that's inside the mechfish?
There are 2 buttons.
Yeah, there's
at the top. There's alert, and there's it's not stop.
No.
Panic?
No. I don't think panic exists. I never found panic.
Alert.
Oh man, Mumbo only needs 3 more. Corncob only needs 2 more. But our
I'm starting to think
so stagnated at this point.
I'm starting to think the 7-letter hint should have come later because I'd be so sad if everyone caught up to Mumbo and Corncob just because they were stuck earlier on. And then once they get to the 8.
Well, even if they catch up, right? They have to actually beat their scores.
Yes.
So they have to find more 8s than Mumbo and Corncob found.
Oh, Corncob is okay, I thought it was a intro cutscene to a level. I thought she was going for the story skip off strat.
Oh.
So how many people actually knew there was a TNT in DK's house?
I mean, I can't really count myself. I did research for this.
I did not know that, and I've left DK's treehouse many, many times in my life.
Yeah, I don't think I would have known.
Not that
3 was pretty quick though, just with lab and like the DKs and way out.
Yeah, 3 is meant to be like, oh, okay, that's just, you know, tutorial length words for the challenge. It wasn't supposed to be hard. Although Adam, I think, didn't mark any words down until like he got to factory. But there's enough 3-letter words in factory that it didn't matter.
Adam's come alive here since the word list has been shown.
I was really happy to see this way up on a box. That saved my run because I was starting to have trouble finding words. But then I also saw the sales graph with the time, so I could have gotten time as well.
Yeah, the funny thing about that graph is like it's the only place where toys is not spelled with a Z, so it's a different spelling of toys, and you can count both toys with a Z and toys with an S. Actually,
Alright,
Adam
I
just found that.
officially finished.
All
Nice.
right. GG, Candy.
There we go.
What was
There's
your
all the words
last
I got.
word?
Science.
No, science is not 8 letters, dude.
What?
Science is 7 letters.
Am I seriously that dumb? Okay, hold up. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
What about sciences?
See you soon. The DK64 illiteracy challenge. Yeah, no, it's easy to mistake those long words. I would mess up if I'm not like thinking about it.
I was using Notepad so I could immediately tell the length of a word, but
oh, smart. So did you write your words down as you were just like discovering them even before you could officially claim them?
Yeah. I just made the list like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus, and then everything I could think of, I just wrote it down, and then whenever I saw a word, I would also write it down for later, and then when I got to the list, I would just go through them.
Yeah, I think that's a good strategy. I'm not sure everyone did that, but it is a good strategy.
Oh, T-Fresh found accept on one of the production room.
Oh, wow.
I didn't even know
that must be opposite of reject.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't even have that in my list. I don't know why I didn't realize there were words on these things. Oh, it's a shame that reject isn't only in the roof of Mad Jack or the ceiling of Mad Jack, because when I discovered that, I was like, oh my god, no one's gonna find that.
Right, I knew about the reject, but I guess, yeah, I knew about them, but I certainly did not. They did not cross my mind at all during this one.
Yeah, I found that like 6s are really simple to find anyway, because a lot of the shops have 6s. Like you have Armory and Candies,
Snides, and you have Donkey Kong on the arcade as well.
Yeah. Like the 6s are just not hard to come across, or they're easy to think of, like Museum and Danger.
Yeah,
all over the
I
place.
meant to go to Castle for the museum and library combo, but then I finished my 6 too early, so I went for the
library ballroom.
Library and ballroom combo instead, which was probably much better.
Yeah, it's better for sure to get value out of the 8 in the, because you kind of have to get ballroom. There's not a lot of 8s. This challenge, like, I was pleasantly surprised when I was sort of working out the rules of the challenge, how it just so happens that there's like increasingly there's like a decreasing number of words to spare in each length as you go up. Like there's only like 1 or 2 words to spare in the 7s category, and like only 1 word to spare in the 8s category.
Oh, really? As little as 1?
Or at least out of the ones that I found.
Mm-hmm.
Corncob's going into Helm, which I don't think had any unique words, unfortunately.
Helm with story skip on?
Oh, she wants to see if these cutscenes have any words. Okay, I'm not counting anything that's like text in a cutscene, obviously.
Yeah.
I have no idea if K-Rool's room shows words that
I mean,
would only be
she's looking for Blastomatic, but if it's just a duplicate of the other map.
She is looking for Blastomatic. I never found Blastomatic on anything.
I was thinking of having story skip off, but then I was like, well, regardless, like all the cutscenes happen in that same room where there's no text, so I don't think anything's gonna come out of it. So I dismissed the idea pretty quickly.
Yeah, and if anything did come out of it, you could just like go there and Helm, not waste a minute every time you enter a level.
True.
Or go there in DK Isles.
Okay, yes, for that one specific place.
If any place in Helm would have text in it, I would guess that would be that room, but
You're kind of right.
I don't think that room had any text, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think Helm has any text. Or it does, but it only has online. It doesn't have... It's like the same screen as from activating production room, but without all the text. So it doesn't have checking and starting, but it has online, which isn't
Does
that
Corncob not have tiny?
I don't remember who has what.
Well,
this
we actually weren't watching her.
Zerulda is also doing Helm early with DK. They're both gonna be trying to find words.
This is why any % rots your brain. Makes you forget you can climb that with tiny.
Yeah. It's very possible that they didn't bother freeing all the Kongs or any Kongs. Like you can totally do this challenge with just DK. But I think freeing Tiny and Lanky was a good call.
I freed the Kongs, like I freed all of them at the start, and I knew in advance it was probably overkill, but I preferred to do that than to figure out, oh wait, I needed like lanky for this one word, and now I don't know where to get it.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
there
that's
are
fair.
some
Except
words
for
that you
lanky.
need
You
tiny
never need
for.
lanky.
Do you know which words you would have needed tiny for?
Tiny.
You don't have to know the words, but just where they are.
I mean, technically nothing. Or
No.
actually, no, yeah, you wouldn't.
No,
Need,
there
you're right,
are
you're right,
some
you do
words
need.
you need tiny for.
Yeah, you're right, because of the thing that you need to do.
I'm not sure.
Should I give the hint for the 8-letter words with 10 minutes remaining? How about that?
No, because I feel like I want to reward people who actually found stuff.
Yeah, but I think at this point we've had a couple of runners that are stuck at 31 for like a while.
Yeah, and I don't want other people to pass them because of...
Oh, true. Okay. I'll stick to the original no 8 hints plan.
Now, is that the word online or on space line?
I'll let you count it as a 4 or a 6. I don't really care. There are enough 4s and 6s going around anyway that it's not going to make a huge difference.
GG.
GG, Mumbo. Nicely done. You found the checking starting in the production room cutscene.
That was the last thing that I needed. I was like, for 20 minutes, that was the only thing I needed.
Well, you
that was stressful.
didn't get sniped in all those 20 minutes, so I mean, unless you count like Candy Boots, sort of wrapping up. Oh wait, no, never mind. Candy Boots isn't done, right? He thought he was done. Right.
Yeah,
Candy Boots
I completely forgot Candy Boots wasn't even here.
But he had accidentally marked down science as an 8-letter when it's 7 letters.
Yeah.
And
that I messed up. Yeah.
Sorry, your
Go check Mumbo's word list. Make sure they're all 8 letters.
Word list too. Everything looks correct here. Storage, Cranky's factory, testing, voltage. Whoa, museum. You marked down museum as a 7. No, that's not you. That's Candy Boots. Wow, Candy Boots is really awesome.
Candy Boots.
I'm reading museum's list. God damn it.
I originally put museum as a 7, and then I figured out it wasn't.
That's funny.
It's a lot of syllables.
Yeah, it is.
Candy Boots.
Yeah. Oh no, Candy Boots. This will be tragic. If he was doing so well and then just getting word links.
This was hard, man.
Well, at least for Candy Boots, he can put science in place of museum.
True.
Yeah. How did you find the challenge, Mumbo? Oh, right. I'm reading your words again.
It was stressful. It was very stressful.
That doesn't surprise me.
But like I knew right off the bat that factory was going to be cash money.
Yeah, everything.
I overestimated. Ooh, look at checking on who is that Zerulda?
Oh, checking. Right. It does have online and checking. I forgot. I thought it was only online for some reason. It has checking. It just doesn't have starting.
Are you counting? Ooh, nice moon in the thing. Anyways, are you checking online as one 6-letter word there?
Yeah, sure, if you want to, because it has a dash. No, wait, no, it doesn't. It doesn't have a dash.
It looks like two
words. It's 2 words. Never mind. It's not a 6.
But anyways, that was a good find. I knew that factory would be cash money.
Yeah,
I overestimated Castle.
Yeah,
I thought Castle was gonna have a lot.
Castle is key for like certain 7 and 8 letters, especially. Like, I don't think you want to skip Library Ballroom.
Right.
But that's kind of it in terms of the utility of Castle.
I went to Galleon first.
Okay.
Because I don't know why I thought there'd be a lot of words.
You saw the lighthouse sign at least.
Yeah, and I thought there was a sign for the other side, and I was like, oh, there must be writing everywhere, and the lighthouse was all I found. I saw on your cheat sheet that there was captain somewhere. I don't know where that would be.
Funny enough, like 3 of our runners.
Me neither. I have no idea where you could find that word.
That was.
I could not believe
probably the
how many
meaniest
people
word of the run.
knew about Captain K. Rool's logbook inside the submerged 5-door ship room.
Nice.
Yeah.
Why is every single book the frickin' Monkey Book of Science? Every book.
I know. There's a lot of them.
The only book.
Have you read Monkey Book of Science? It's really good.
I'm nuts.
Yeah. The only book that isn't Monkey Book of Science is the Captain K. Rool's logbook. Did Corncob count training, or did she have that one already? Let me see. She already had training. Corncob's looking for 2 more 8+s.
Oh,
she has...
but look where... Oh, wait, no, that's Adam.
No, that's Adam. But Adam might be getting his checking starting here. Where's Adam at? He's skipped 1-5, so his best score is a 32 at this point. But he only needs 3 more 8s. But he'll get 2 of them here. He'll get checking his starting. Oh no, he already had checking. So he's still, or he's just typing him in now. So Adam's going to be at 31 now. But he's like the last, well, not the last player to get the 31, but a lot of players got the 31 already before him. Zerolda's looking for words in DK's Helm minigame. That's an interesting place to do it. I guess there's a lot of boxes around there in some of those minigames. So
not the worst strategy. He's missing only 1 word. Like,
yeah,
he's the first to 32. No, he's the second to 32. Candy Boots. No, because Candy Boots messed up Museum.
Messed up Museum, and then I don't know what I don't know what's going on with Candy Boots. He might end up going down as the fastest 31. Because at this
good job, Bismuth, by the way, on the sub hour. Whereas it's looking like most people aren't even going to finish.
Yeah, I was impressed by the sub hour. Like I tested this.
The last like 2 minutes, I was really scared.
I think I got like also like 50 something minutes in my playtest, and I knew what the challenge was in advance. So
right.
That's really good.
So Zerolda's looking like on pace for 3rd, maybe Corncob 4th, Candy Boots 5th because of his issues.
I think no, Candy Boots
should get back up to 32.
It depends if Corncob gets 32 at all.
Right.
Because if she stays at 31, Candy Boots beats her. But if she gets 32, then she should be ahead of Candy. Yeah.
Was Helm good for anything?
No. I mean, it has checking, but it's better to go to activate production room for checking and starting in one go.
How many 8-letter words did you guys find total?
Not a whole lot. One thing that's nice about this challenge is that it kind of naturally gets harder as it goes.
Yeah.
Let me double check my 8-letter list because I'll reveal it at the end of the challenge.
Well, I got stuck on 1-6 for a little while. And then I found all of my 7s before I even got to doing 7s.
Yeah, 7s are not too hard to locate.
8s. The 8s, man.
Yeah, the 8s are all tough. Okay, I found 9 8s.
Wow.
And one of them you can only find if you haven't visited Funky.
Is it like Workshop or something?
It's Workshop, yeah.
You can see Kashop.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, I don't think that counts.
It doesn't count, but the very first time that you visit Funky's, the first cutscene shows Workshop pretty clearly.
Right.
But you'd have to have saved that, which I wouldn't expect. So other than that one, you pretty much need not that I...
Did you count Workshop business?
No, I didn't get Workshop. I saw it, but I did ask Zernicus if we could delete our file. So if we could do that, then I could have deleted my file at the end and finished with Workshop.
Look at Adam right now. Hold on.
Cannon skew and fungi.
What is... Oh, he wants to get into the winch room.
He's doing cannon skew to reach the winch?
Sure, why not?
I mean, there's other ways to skew without the cannon.
There are other ways, yes. I don't even think... Oh, you know...
Yeah, will he lose skew here?
No, the thing doesn't lose.
Okay,
wow, that's a really funny fall animation. I've never seen like that, with the legs just sticking up out of the ground. It almost looks more natural.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Oh my god, it's too funny. I don't know if he's going to get any progress in here. I think Fragile and Winch are in here. I don't think there's any 8s, though.
Well, Fragile is literally everywhere in the game. So.
Yeah. And on.
Well, he was missing a 5, so at the very least, if he saw a Winch, he can now...
He could, but it's too late. He only has 7 minutes. There's no way he's making more progress.
Did anybody just, like, ditch on their last couple words of a tier and move on?
Well, Adam did, and I think T-Fresh did, too.
Candy Boots got a 31 in like 40 minutes.
Okay, yeah, actually, Candy Boots is the person who skipped ahead the most. No, T-Fresh didn't. T-Fresh still on sort of perfect score pace, but I don't think he has enough time to finish it all. Yeah, Candy Boots got 31 in like 48 minutes, with two 5s missing.
Oh, 5s were the brutal one.
All my 5s I found in Factory. Hearts, Candy, Funky, Sales, and Lobby.
Those are like the best set of 5s that you can possibly find. Yeah.
But Funky's kind of hard to find.
Yeah, I didn't even realize actually that Funky.
It's like on the missile.
Is Funky on the the surfboard or something?
No, it's like a gray missile.
But it's in Funky's
Zerulda. Oh, did Zerulda finish?
Oh.
Yeah, GG.
Yeah, I think 121.
Okay, there we go. That's our number.
Training. Oh, that's so frustrating. Zerulda needed training from the training grounds for like ever. Yeah. And he actually counted workshop, which is interesting.
Was this after visiting Funky for the first time?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know how to.
Corncob thinks she finished.
No, she didn't.
Okay.
She was thinking that the Rareware GB said Rareware. I was like, if you can't clearly read it, then it doesn't count. I didn't think it said anything. Or if it did, it's like the text is tiny. It's like, pixelated. You can't clearly tell.
The book, the open book in front of Cranky's at the very top, clearly has a long word.
Yeah, but if you don't know what it is.
But it is illegible, and I went in and out 3 or 4 times trying to make it out, and I just couldn't justify it.
Bring the sniper scope.
Adam did a crown warp to get control in Cranky's lab and tried to find more words in there, but he didn't even. I don't even think he got anything out of the book on Cranky's desk. I'm not sure if he checked it or not. He just
make sure you update the
book of science.
Make sure you update the scoreboard you're watching for the new streamer.
Oh, OBO.
Well, there is no new streamer. There's.
Well, Zerulda's offline, so.
There's 2 copies of Corncob.
Oh, you're right.
OBO wants to know about workshop, but he's like, do you know if it says workshop? He says it's missing a letter.
Well, what does everyone think?
I'm gonna say you need to be able to see the whole word. We've already said that.
Yeah, that's the rule that I had self-imposed. Words.
I'm gonna try something out, and if it works, it's gonna be the biggest meme.
Are you trying to bring a boulder into Funky's to gain control or to interrupt the?
No.
Okay. That doesn't work. It doesn't work unless it's the first time cutscene.
Is there anything good in the library?
Inside the library? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Not really. Yeah, the library doesn't even have books.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, you would think you go to the library to read things, but no, not really. Just the sign outside.
I know there's what is in that back section of library that no one ever goes to? Aren't there giant books on the floor?
There are
Do they have
books.
text?
Yeah, we're gonna see it. Adam's going there right now.
Oh, I was looking at T-Fresh, who just left the front door of the library.
But there's just big books with nothing on them. The flying books, actually, it looks like they have something written on them, but you cannot make it out.
It looks like scribbles. It's not actually text that got condensed or whatever the word is.
Take a ferry camera picture of a flying book
I tried.
to get more time to look at it.
I tried. I couldn't get anything legible. I didn't try it during my testing of the challenge, but afterwards, just out of curiosity.
Well, a minute and a half left, so.
Yeah, almost time to be done.
How's OBO doing? That's the one person I haven't heard about much.
Right, OBO has 32.
Oh.
He needs one more.
What is he
missing? Is there anyone else at 32?
He is missing workshop, but I told him that that doesn't count. He's missing checking and starting, so...
Oh, but he's got 7 others that aren't checking, starting, or workshop.
Wait, how does...
Yeah, that means there must be another 8+ that we...
Oh, yeah, there was. Because I didn't originally count Nintendo, so...
Ooh, where is that?
It's
in Candy's shop.
In Candy's shop?
Yes.
I went into Candy's shop. Where is it?
It's on a xylophone or something.
It wouldn't have mattered because I needed checking and starting.
Yeah, that's the thing. You really want to get those two.
And we're coming up the end right here.
Yeah, I forgot about Nintendo. Alright, 10 seconds left. I don't think anyone's finding anything unless T-Fresh needs training or something. T-Fresh might have got training in last second, just to count an 8.
I don't think he's there yet.
No, he's there.
Oh, he is?
He's looking at it right now.
Yeah, I don't think he's at the 8s yet.
Oh, well, I mean, even if he's not, he can still count this as his 8.
True.
Okay, everyone finished on race time. Thanks, everyone, for playing. GG's. Let me invite... Well, people are just going to join the call. Yeah, literally, welcome, everyone.
I just found my last 8 word, and I don't know if it was before the 30 minutes or not, or the hour and a half or not.
Really? Well, did you... What happened with your 7s, though, Candy? I don't know if you, like, re-got all your 8s since then.
I don't really know.
I noticed you had museum as a 7-letter word, and when I told you, it was like... I mean, I know that you had some time after that, but I don't know how much time you had.
I just re-put science on there. I guess I needed to go back for all of them.
You needed to go back for the 8s after doing that. That was the problem.
Yeah. So I got science, and then what does that mean that I don't know any of these words that I saw. I saw training in that time.
Well, the thing is, unless you got 31, it doesn't matter. Because I'm putting you down for fastest 31.
Well, the 31's wrong too, because that also includes the museum and the science for 8.
Wait, does it? I didn't think about that. Crap.
So
let's hold off on Candy Boots for now.
We're gonna review your VOD.
We can go review the footage.
No problem. Yeah. Thanks everyone for playing. Who liked this challenge? Who didn't like this challenge? I guess that's my first question. Because I imagine it's a little polarizing.
I enjoyed the challenge.
I thought this one was a lot of fun.
Okay, cool.
There was another one where people who were better than me at DK64 didn't necessarily have an advantage.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those. I was not sure if, like, maybe I should have given the 8-letter word list at, like, with, like, 10 minutes to go. But I think I'm happy with what I did. We had, 2 people or 3 people get a perfect score? Did Zeroldi get a perfect score? Yeah, he did. So, Bismuth won, like, really nice time, 58 minutes or something. Didn't miss any words. And then Mumbo Token and Zerulda also got all 33 points. And we had a lot of runners that were really close. I know Candy Boots has, like, 31, which he got very quickly by skipping a couple of 5-letter words that were hard to find.
Yeah,
so he has the fastest 31. Maybe.
I don't think that's
We're gonna review
real at all.
Okay, it might not be real, but we'll review it. Corncob definitely got 31. I think Obio has 31. No, Obio has 32.
I have 32.
Okay, wow. So Obio might be the next place after that. Adam also has like 30, 31-ish. No, it says 30. Okay, Adam has 30. So a lot of people got 30 and more, which is really great. I was not sure how hard this challenge would be for people, but I think I like how it went.
It's hard to find the last 2.
So
I cannot find it anywhere.
So let me check your list, Adam. You have ballroom, production, lighthouse, admittance, checking and starting. So checking and starting were the hard ones, in my mind, because you need to turn on the production room, and if you get one chance to see those.
Starting, I have to turn on production room, and checking, I went into hide a helm.
Right.
For no reason.
Yeah, that's fine though. I think you're missing Nintendo, and Dynamite, and what's the other one?
Those ones.
Yeah, Dynamite's in the mountain, and Nintendo's in Candy Shop. I found those. I didn't get them in time. But...
And you're missing training.
When I was making my list of words, I knew there was a long one in the mountain, but I thought it was explosives. But I ended up never having to go there. Turns out it was Dynamite.
I could never find the 7s.
These are all the 8+ that we have. There are only 10 of them in total, and one of them, Workshop, you can only really get if it's your first time visiting Funky's Hut. Otherwise, the other cutscenes for revisiting and buying moves and stuff don't really show it. So,
yeah, and you can potentially soft lock yourself out of checking and starting too. Well, at least start.
Not checking. Yeah.
Not checking, but starting and workshop, you could potentially get yourself out of it. Yeah, it shows workshop.
Workshop.
So what I did is I tried widescreen since we talked about it earlier, but this is still the best you can get, even in
Dang.
widescreen.
So you can only get a 7-letter word, workshop.
That's very funny.
Who knows what that first letter is?
Yeah, that's why I was DMing you about it. There's like
Yeah.
I really want to use it, but I'm missing like the one letter.
I have to double check Zerulda's score actually, because he has workshop listed as one of his 8s, and I don't know. It's reasonable that he could have skipped buying guns that whole time, but I'm not sure. So he might.
Even if he didn't, he might have gotten 32 first.
Yeah, it
might not actually matter.
But I will review that. But yeah, I'm really glad I set up these spreadsheets because, man, this would have sucked if it was just counters.
Yeah, right?
It would have been impossible to really understand who was in the lead and also to be able to make sure that everyone found the words that they were supposed to find. Oh, actually, speaking of that, Zerolda mentioned baboon as a 6-letter word that he found. I don't know where he found that. He also found simian. Where are you finding these words?
They better not be
buying moves,
That's buying moves, which doesn't
That
count.
doesn't count. No, buying moves does not count as words. But he also has accept. So...
Yeah, I had accept as well. It's in factory. It's on the opposite side of reject.
I don't see that anywhere.
Yeah, it's on
the
opposite
side of reject.
It's like ground floor of production room.
Oh.
Yeah, I had that one too.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Good find.
Okay, I'm gonna have to review Zerolda and Candy Boots.
Does it say it around the Baboon Blast pad or something, maybe?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know.
No, this is just bananas there.
No, those pads are just bananas, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to DM Zerolda because he's not in the call here. But yeah, no worries. We'll sort that out later. The important thing is that hopefully everyone had fun, and yeah, I mean this is a one-of-a-kind challenge. No one knew what this was from the hint, right? Like, did anyone? What was your impression of what the challenge might be about based on the hint?
So I thought that the art style was like Blue's Clues. And I thought, I mean, of course, Lanky was right there too. So I was like, okay, it's gonna be like a bunch of like we have to collect blue things. And I thought that the spreadsheet might have been like, oh, so he's gonna keep track. Like we may have to have like an order. Maybe you have to get like this many color bananas, and then after that's done, you have to get this many. I don't know.
Cool.
One thing I thought it was Wrinkly Kong's hints, like Wrinkly Kong hints, like what you do when the Wrinkly Kong says to you.
That's funny because Wrinkly's in the overall picture, but we didn't use her for the hint part.
Wrinkly Kong was actually the classroom in Donkey Kong Country 2.
I'm sure that's where
what I thought at first.
Idea for making Wrinkly the teacher for the artwork.
She was the teacher in that game. But she helps you find where the hero coins are.
By the way, show the artwork on stream again.
Oh yeah, let me show that again. In case anyone missed it.